welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Faith. I'm Faith from Faith Revis channel to Blessed Faith. This is the same person. I only changed the name. Welcome back to today's video. It's part 2 of challenges we pass as domestic worker working at Gulf country. Always coming and supporting me. Oh, I really love you, my dear ones. I really love you from my deep down, from the core. I do love you all. May God bless you so much for always coming and supporting me. I really appreciate. May God bless you so much. You are the one, you are the people who made me to keep going, to keep uploading more video. Everything you see me doing, I do because of you people, and that's why I'm here for you. This channel is a full package. You will be entertained, you will be inspired, you will be motivated, and you will be informed. And also you will have fun. Okay? Thank you. And my videos are concerned life at Gulf countries, both challenges and benefits. Yeah. About lifestyle, traveling, road trips, and cooking, storytelling, and more. Now today is a challenge. Yeah, today is part 2 of the challenge we pass as domestic worker working at Gulf countries. And without much further ado, let's go straight to the video. Yeah. Now I have done part 1. And if you haven't watched, you can revisit. I will put it on the description or pin it on the commenting section. So, number 1, loneliness. Loneliness kills us here. You can see us smiling, but to be honest, we are so lonely. And being lonely, it's because someone maybe is working alone, or either you have a co-worker. If you have a colleague, maybe you are not from the same nationality, and maybe you are new here, and the person, your co-worker, you cannot communicate because you don't know the language, and she don't know your language. She don't know English. There are those nationality, they don't understand English. They only know their native language and maybe some of Arabic. Now you find when you are new here, that is when the loneliness will kill you. Why? Because when you arrived here, you arrived to your destination. You know only your native language and English, and majority of these Gulf countries, they don't know English, so they communicate only with one language. They are only their own language, which is Arabic, and you yourself, you don't know Arabic. So it is so hectic that you have to work and you have to communicate with them. So there is somehow, if there is no translator, they will just show you by action. If it's washing, bring something, they mention and show you, this is a cup, this is a knife, you have to wash like this, you have to cook like this, you have to do like, everything they will show you by actions. They are speaking with their language, remember, but it's like you are deaf, you can't hear anything. You can hear the sound, but you cannot understand. Now, the lonely part comes, the loneliness came. You have completed working and you go to your room. You have no one to communicate. You can only communicate with that. The person you can communicate is people who can communicate your native language. Maybe your friends, maybe your family back at home. You can only use phone to communicate to them. That's loneliness. Loneliness will kill you because when you are just seated, or you are at your room, you are like, you are so lonely. No, you have no one to communicate. And these people, as I say, they normally monitoring us 24/7. Since the day you enter here, especially the first 3 months, it's very hard because they keep on monitoring you, and they don't have that courage to come and face you and start asking you questions because they fear you, and you don't know language, you fear each other. now they send children. As you know, children, they are so friendly. Children are so friendly. Now, if, and also smile communicate. You know the smile always communicate. If you smile with those children, the moment you arrive there, you will be friendly with them. Now they will like to know. Others, they are like, oh, they have never seen a black person. Now they are like, they want to touch your skin, to touch your hair. Are you really normal human being? There are those children who have never seen black people. Now they are like friendly and somehow being afraid of you. Now the children will come and give you company, but you cannot communicate. They are just there to give you, not even giving you company. Maybe when they are being used by their parents to come and monitor you there, what are you doing? We see them coming to peep on the door. Someone will come and peep and pretend she's taking something, only to tell you what are you doing, what are you behaving. As you know someone, I know everyone past this. When you are new somewhere in a place, there is this behavior. It's normally appear to us human beings. You are like, you are thinking, oh, will I be able to cope? But because that's the first thing rings in our minds. Will I be able to cope with this? Oh, especially the first week when they overwork you, you are like, oh my God, will I make it? Inside your heart, you feel that phobia of these people, of this everything. You fear everything. Now you wonder, will I be able to cope? Oh my God, am I going to cope with this family? Am I going to cope with this life? And at the same time, you are thinking about your family. So, being lonely, you are already, you have stress. You have stress because you are overthinking. You are overthinking and also you are lonely. When you are lonely, your mind will take you far. You will start thinking about your family, thinking about so many things, especially those days. Even now, if you had something bad from these countries and something try to happen to you, you will be like, oh, what if this happened to me? What is this? Then you have that fear. Fear and loneliness, they are the same thing. Fear, yani, it's not the same, but I will talk about fear. We have fear when you are here, when you are new. You had that fear. You feel fear. I don't know, you are just not comfortable because of majority of the bad rumors on the social media and the situation you find there, because you are used to your family, you are used to go outside when you want. Now you came here, you are being locked inside. Not that you are just locked, but you are inside, you are not going outside. You are not communicating to anyone. Maybe you did not be able to access the phone, you don't have a smartphone. Maybe they have not given you Wi-Fi. There are so many things happening at the same time when you are new. Now, loneliness will hit you because no one is communicating to you. Even if someone knows English, they don't interact with us so much. Even now, not that even you are new. And for me, like that, I don't like much interacting. If it comes to something to solve, let us sit down and solve and find a solution. And if someone maybe is passing something, they come and tell me, we know how to solve. If I want something or there is something I'm passing through and something they need to help me, I do speak out and they help me. But if you cannot be able to speak out to them, to reach out to them and speak your heart or what you are going through, you'll be lonely because you don't have someone to share. The person you can share is your friend, and maybe your friends they are on the phone. Now, the moment you don't have that phone, you cannot be with phone 24/7. There are these road moments normally hit someone. every human being is a social being, and he or she is emotional. Sometimes you are emotional, you feel you are very emotional. And for them, they are together, eating, laughing, yani everything is normal to them because they are together. As you know, you have never seen bad thing. People are together, eating, laughing, chatting, exchanging word, yani enjoying life. But you here, you have been overworked. You have yani, even if you have worked better, but there is that moment you need someone to talk to. You understand? There is that moment you need a person to talk to. The moment you arrive here, you find everything new, and majority of people, you don't have access of phone the first day or the first week or the first month. You have that moment you can go into depression because every time I share. So loneliness kills us here. Loneliness. Even if you are being used here, that moment. You don't want anything else. You don't want money, you don't want food, you don't want anything. You just want to have a conversation with someone, which that person is not available. Can you imagine the person you need to have conversation, she's in the phone or he is in the phone? It's very hectic. That's loneliness. That is the biggest challenge. Loneliness kills, and loneliness leads to depression, especially to those people who overthink and who may be in the situation. They are passing hard time. They are being overworked. They are being mistreated. Because I'm not telling you they don't get mistreated here. They do being mistreated. Yeah, it is not that 100% people don't get mistreated, but nowadays cases are not that much. These people are advancing, and also they are understanding us, and also they allow phones. Now, if you go to Facebook, you go to social media, you chat with someone, you just feel like at least the stress have gone, but you still need that conversation with someone one-on-one, you understand? So that is something killers here, loneliness. I won't lie to you, we are lonely, every time we are lonely. There is that time you need a conversation one-on-one with someone without using the phone. You need that person to be closer to you. You miss your family, you miss your friend, you miss your country, you miss to explore the world. You miss to go that outside and the wind blows you, or to bask on the sun. Everything you miss. Now, in the process of missing or everything, you find you are in depression, and you can be in bad distress. You start stressing you get stressed without knowing. You start gaining weight because of stress, or losing weight. There are those people who lose weight because of stress, and others they gain. It depends on your body. Now, those things, they kill us here. Yeah, depression kills us here. Not depression. Yes, there are people who go into depression if things go worse and worse. But when we are used to, you will have to know the language, communicate to them, tell them to give you phone to allow you to talk. Even if you have phone, there is sometimes you need someone to talk. Yeah, and there are those good people, they will give you your time to talk to them. They give you the updates of their country, the updates of their family, and you give them theirs, how your country is going, like now the epidemic. Maybe they ask you how is the epidemic, they explain, you will understand about the world. There are those other people, there are those good people. They normally, when you are new, if you know English or there is a translator, they will just tell you everything about their culture so that you will be aware of it. Now, loneliness, yeah. With a bit strange. People would see strange, but which is true. Yeah. For the screamers, just try to understand. This is the situation here. It's about sleep. Oh my God. Sleepless night. I don't know. I cannot explain. There is somehow I can, but sometimes I'm even confused. Even with myself. I myself. The moment I came here, I do give my own experience, and also I have so many friends. We normally Yeah, and you get to understand all these things how they are. Yeah, now we make friends every day because you are using social media, and social media is a platform for every person. Now there's this bad behavior. Sorry to say that. The moment you arrive here, you will find you don't have your private room. Meaning you don't have a private room, you don't have somewhere you can sleep in peace. If the moment you go to sleep, you find someone is disturbing your sleep. Every time you go to sleep, someone, hey, Yafe, why ish hadi, when fi, asking, where is this and this? Yani, the person they need, I don't know, I cannot explain why are they like that. When you want to sleep, they come and interrupt your sleep, and they make sure they will wake up. They will just do something. Majority are like that. I'm not saying it's every person, but I have stayed with these people, not one family, not two. I know. So that's what it happens. They want to interrupt you, to ask you question, to ask you something, to tell you to go and do something you forgot. And that something can wait tomorrow. The person just want to disturb you. And the moment you are there awake working, nobody was bothering with you. But when you go to your room, they come and on the bulb, they want the electricity. How can you sleep? How can you cope? How can you sleep? You cannot sleep. Also, there is this thing, I will talk about it. Fear. Oh my God, me when I arrived here, and mind you, my first time, I was not alone. I found someone in that house. Yeah, we were two, though she was working in her department and on my department, but we were seeing each other. My friend, when I go to sleep, imagine I was fearing. I was seeing as if there is something could happen at me at night. And I have come to realize this happens to everybody. I have talked to so many people. Can you suggest my friend there, if you are here working at Gulf countries? Is this thing happened to you? When you arrived, you had fear. There is that fear you hear. Then you feel fear. If you go to sleep, you feel fear. You feel as if something can happen bad at night. Even if you pray, you just feel fear. But it takes time. There are those people who cannot get sleep in others' home or others' house unless they are bed. They can sleep and get sleep. I was that person, but now I adapt. But every time I go in a place, even here right now, as I tell you, for me I'm very okay. I'm not talking about that what I'm passing here for the disclaimers. In the family I'm working to, I'm very okay, and everything is fine. On part 1, I see people asking me, Faith, are you okay? Yes, I was okay, but I was passing the message. I was passing the message for those people who think, for those people who would like to know more about here, and also for the newcomer. I normally talk for the newcomer because that something hit me when I was new here, when I could find people talking about the lives here. I could have prepared. Even the person who recommended me to go, she did not explain to me anything. She said, I think alisema kuja ujionee vile kunakaa. Come and see, come and witness for yourself. Now I come and witness for myself, and it was so hard to me because I passed a lot in my first 2 years contract. I passed a lot, because of somehow lack of knowledge, without knowing my rights. I do communicate this because I know this. Let this video go viral. Because I know millions they are coming in these Gulf countries. And when we were coming, we'll be aware this is what happening, this is what the things are in the crowd. Because we normally see the things in the crowd are so different with the reality. Sure, I don't sugarcoat. I give my real experience and also what I passed through. And if I could got someone who could talk about it, it could be better to me. I could be prepared psychology. But I find things are very, very, very different in the crowd. I was even shocked. I didn't imagine if I could use a bus to go back to my country, I could do so. but I have no choice. I have to pray God to ask me to help me I could ask God to help me to cope with the situation, and also I fight hard for my rights. So sleeping is a bad habit. Sleepless night. We go sleepless night. See us sleeping, especially when you sleep when they are awake. They are so bitter. It's good you